panel, as a government team, we believe that school have a responsibility to make our children grow to be a good person, and with the meaning of the and with the put a student as they based on the intelligence and the academic, we believe that a student will have more focus to compete with their friends and be the best and the best. So as the motion today, I'm as a leader of the government team. Before I'm going to my argument, I want to definition for our motion today. The first is the arrange and the second is the study. Okay, arrange is a set something to be a more specific, and the student is a person who go to the school and learning something. And so as the definition today, we know that what the motion one, we as a government team of the affirmative team, we believe or not to put our student based on their intelligence and the academic performance rather than on their edge, because we see because we can see that until right now that the system that apply in our school in Indonesia is literally by their edge, right? So to make our discussion today more strike, I take the Indonesia as our parameter because we can see that because the kind of the put student based on their intelligence academic is still not popular in Indonesia. So what make this motion come? Because what make this motion come? Because we can see that until right now that there is a many student or there is many children in our school in Indonesia that still can support their performance in their school because there is a many factor maybe about the lazy and another there is no support them to learning. So what kind of that want to support their learning is make this motion is come that. So that's why as the motion today, we as a government team we agree to arrange student in classroom to based on their intelligence and academics. So I'm going to my argument. Okay, first, so why we agree to arrange student based on their intelligence and academic, because to put the student based on their intelligence and academic make a function for a teachers. What make a function of teachers? Because there is one factor why there is many people in our country that's still lazy to learning. Why? Because like this, because in this one class they many character in this class. There is a person that hard to take the information, and there is several student that really easy to take the information by the teacher. So the kind of this student that really hard to take the information by the teachers is sometimes make them hard to take the information, and at the end of the day the report is must be their value or their performance in their class is really lost by the several students that really easy to take the information by the teacher by the teachers. So that's why to make easier we must be give the limit between the student that really hard to take the information and the student that really easy to take the information by the teachers. So what the function for the teacher? What the function of teacher is? They can more easy to make their to focus with the student. Why I say that? Because to give a limit, or I mean to give a different class for the between of the student is make the teachers know how to teach this kind of the student, know about the character by the student, and at the end of the day they will give the impact for the student. And let me explain to you, okay, why we must be arranged to their classroom based on their intelligence and academic performance in Indonesia. Because we can see that until right now we can see that performance in Indonesia, if we want to compare with another country, we really lost it because we really lost it and never put in the good point. So that's why we must be arrange a student in classroom based on their intelligence and academic. And let me explain. I will take the example between the country that apply this that between the country that put the student in classroom based on their intelligent academic, and the country that and Indonesia that until right now still arrange student by their age. Okay, in Malaysia, they're ready to put the student back in classroom based on their intelligence and academic, and we can see that every years Malaysia is always high rank based on the education, and Indonesia we can see that every years they still in the same rank. So it's mean if you want to see the difference between the Malaysia and the Indonesia, for sure that we can see that we must be arrange the student based on the intelligent academic, because it can make really impact or impact for the kind of the country that arrange a student, and for sure for Indonesia. And the second point is why I say that, because let me talk about the character about our student. Okay, the character about our student in our country is this more lazy. They're lazy to study. Why they're more lazy to study? Because there is no why they're lazy to study, because there is something that make me want to study. So at the end of the day, the kind of the student like this, it just have a same point. Until they accept by the school, right? So it's mean that we must be. So it's mean that we must be give them challenge. We must be give them challenge to be a good, because the character of the lazy person is it can decrease. We can decrease the character of the lazy person if there is something that can challenge them. And how to challenge them is we must be give a limit for our student in our country based on their intelligence and academic. So based on the intelligent and academic. So if we apply this arrange and best our student by the arrange and academic, they must be focused they must be the kind of the student that have a lazy person more than desire to study. They must be one to be a best and the best. They one must be they will more have a spirit in themselves to be a top. So if we see right now, if we want to compare, for sure that at the end of the day, our school in Indonesia must be arrange the student in classroom based on their intelligence and academic performance than on their age. Because if we want to compare between the intelligence and their age, of course, age it's not the point if we want to be a good intelligent and academic. But if we put our student based on the intelligent in the academic student, of course give the more benefit, more good than harm for a kind of the student. So as the motion today, we proud to be a government. Thanks.